What's going on, guys? Dawkbro back again. I hope you are fantastic today. And today I'm with the wonderful Razbowski
here, and it is we've got something very, very special for you today. Myself and Dawkbro have been looking into the teaser image a little bit more, and we might have found something very, very interesting in Freddy and his chest of souls.
Yes, the wonderful Raz has actually described it as the chest of souls, and there's a really, really good reason why. And we was, Raz told me about the film Nightmare on Elm Street, and a lot of Reddit users have been talking about it as well, and especially this chest of souls. But Raz has done lots of research about it, and he's found something really interesting, and we've come up with a really good theory. And, well, you could say it's a theory. It is part of a theory, but it's like inspiration.
The fingers for starters, they immediately describe horror, and then you have a look at them in greater detail, and perhaps they could be linked to Freddy Krueger from the Nightmare on Elm Street films. However, if you look into it a little bit deeper, when you highlight the image, you've got Nightmare, which again is another link to Nightmare on Elm Street, and the name Freddy. So immediately there you've got three links that suggest maybe where Scott has got his inspiration from for this character. However, there is a sexy fourth one. If you have a look at the chest here on Freddy, and we're talking about Five Nights at Freddy's Freddy here, by the way, and you've got the three animatronic Freddys, the mini Freddys, pouring out of his chest. However, if you go and look at the film Nightmare on Elm Street Dream Warriors, which, if I remember correctly, is the third film in this franchise, you will have a notice on your screen right now. There is something called the Freddy's Chest of Souls, which is, and I quote, "Freddy's Chest of Souls wasn't just some cool effect. It helped us understand why being killed by Freddy was such a raw deal. As if being murdered wasn't enough, the souls of the kids Freddy kills actually become parts of him, feeding Freddy energy with their eternal torment. It's a fate worse than death." And as you can see from the image here, you have got faces of the children coming out of Freddy's chest. How awesome is that?
Yeah, and we was kind of thinking like, how the kids die in Five Nights at Freddy's, and how everybody dies in Five Nights at Freddy's. Their souls always remain everywhere, and we actually aren't going to talk about the actual children being there. We actually discovered a theory about the night guards. We know from the past games that multiple night guards, what possibly we don't even know about yet, even Phone Guy, have came with the fate of being killed by the animatronic children's spirits. And what we was thinking is that maybe that this well, we don't know yet, this Freddy animatronic has caused what's happened to the night guards. Maybe some of them, because we know that so many have died, so maybe some of them, maybe the victim of the bite of 87, maybe something to do with this deadly character. Maybe he's done more than the bite of 87, what we've been theorising. Maybe he's killed more and more with his sharp claws and his sharp teeth. We don't know yet, but basically what we were saying is that these past night guards, which we haven't seen yet, may be like connected with these little Freddy animatronics inside the chest, because like Raz said, the chest of souls. And it just seems so, like, it seems Scott has used so much inspiration from Nightmare on Elm Street, because Raz has got something really interesting what he'll talk about the release date of Elm Street later, which backs it up even more. The nightmare as well at the bottom of the teaser makes sense. The sharp claws, everything just seems to be related to like a horror film or something really, really terrifying. We've never seen something so scary before. It
seems to make it kind of makes a lot of sense overall, if you know what I mean. If you're having a look at this Freddy character here and how sharp and deadly he looks, he is a complete nightmare right there, just without looking deeper into the word nightmare. He is scary, he is horrible, and he is potentially a dream-wrecking sort of animatronic, whether he is a hallucination and he enters people's dreams like Freddy Krueger, or if he's literally like that in real life, or real life of the game. And looking just at this image, obviously we can't see the whole of his chest, we only see the upper torso. It looks to me, if we're going along these lines, this guy has killed at least 3 people. So that's very interesting in itself. And potentially, if you're looking at the timeline of this, maybe it does happen after the events of Five Nights at Freddy's 3. And I know we were talking about this another point. That in this game, maybe Scott wants to tie up what happened in the early parts of the franchise through perhaps mini games, but also tie up what happens at the end of everything and solve the game that way. That maybe Five Nights at Freddy's 4 is set even further into the future than Five Nights at Freddy's 3, and he can tie it all up with this animatronic. Maybe solve if there is actually a second purple guy, the pink guy. Maybe there are maybe Springtrap did get destroyed, but somehow the Purple Man's soul went into this one. There are so many possibilities for it, but this guy in himself has got so many similarities to Freddy Krueger. Is quite frightening, really.
Yeah, and I've just realised as well, we still don't know what happened to us, the Night Guards in the past 3 games who we've been. I'd like to see maybe something in Five Nights at Freddy's 4 where we learn what's happened to those, because we still don't know what the hell happened. I know that they got the paycheck, but the thing is, people are saying is that they still die, like something bad still happens to them, because they always stay there anyway. After each night they don't leave, they just stay there, and people are saying that maybe it's got to do with something about their souls of the Night Gods being trapped at the pizzerias. And it seems to me that, like you said, there's 3 bodies on Freddy's chest, and we seem to play as, apart from Five Nights at Freddy's 3, 3 Night Guards: Fritz, Smith, Jeremy, and Mike. So I don't know. Like you said, if these are souls from past Night Guards, it doesn't have to be the people who we've played as, because, like Phone Guy says, Night Guards have been there before, and Night Guards have died. We just haven't seen them. Like, we haven't played as them, and we haven't seen them die. So it would be interesting to see what Scott can tell us about these past Night Guards.
Yeah, definitely. There's also
them.
one final bit of information as well. This third Freddy Krueger film was actually released in 1987. I don't know if this is just a complete coincidence, but the fact that it got released in 1987 is pretty cool as well. It's just an extra thing. A Nightmare on Elm Street 3 Dream Warriors is a 1987 slasher fantasy film. It's just, there's all these little extra bits that maybe Scott searched for 1987 films and found this and then thought, wow, the Chest of Souls is a really good thing, or it was originally all planned like this. Who knows? But there are so many things linking to it, and I like the idea of this suit using his victims as a life force to keep him going. Maybe he should have, maybe his soul has been trying to escape or something, I don't know, but he's been using the souls of his victims and their internal torment and struggle. He's using them to keep himself alive for even longer. I think that's a beautifully horrible thing, and it would be a great subject for a game.
Yeah, and there was a theory ages ago about sacrificing people to keep the spirit alive. It was something about London bridges falling down. I did a theory about London Bridge, the song, and it had something about children's sacrifices and the night watchers sacrifice, and you sacrifice them to keep the bridge, keep the bridge alive, basically. So it could be interesting, maybe these souls of the people keep this Freddy animatronic
Maybe it's
alive.
all just a metaphor, and whoever's in this suit, or maybe the Purple Man, felt he had to kill because the only way he could feel alive was the rush of killing someone.
Yeah, and the fact as well, what I mentioned earlier about if these are actually souls, it looks like that these little Freddles, that's what people on Reddit have been calling them now, Freddles. These little Freddles look like they're trying to get out of the body, like trying to escape, and they can't.
Again, it just makes a lot of sense. I mean, if we're talking about these guys being the night guards and they are wanting to escape, they've been wanting to escape from night one. I mean, you don't want to stay there, do you? Particularly, you've got to protect yourself from animatronics coming to grab your booty from 12 a.m. to 6 a.m. You're always wanting to escape. So again, this could be another way of looking at it. But I just think when me and Dawko were talking about the whole Freddy Krueger link, it's the chest of souls. I love that. I love it if that was a theme. If that really was a theme.
Yeah, like we said, guys, this is not this is just what we think Scott's inspiration could be. You know, we're not saying that this is definitely going to be in the next game. Like, we make videos to talk to you guys about our ideas, you know. So please don't think that we're like basically saying that this is going to happen in Five Nights at Freddy's 4, because these are just ideas what we thought of, and maybe Scott did get inspiration from these films because we've backed it up with lots of evidence. And even if he didn't, it's still, I personally think it's a really good idea what me and Raz thought of about the chest of souls. But special thanks to Reddit as well. Really appreciate it, Reddit. I know that I saw some Reddit users post about Freddy Krueger from the past, so we really appreciate it. And Raz as well. Good job doing lots of research.
Thank you. But
yeah,
definitely shout out to Reddit, because I might have not even looked into Freddy Krueger anywhere near as much detail as I did to find this whole chest of souls idea. So the Five Nights at Freddy's Reddit page, if you're not already subscribed to that, go and check it out, because you got some amazing theorists on there, and awesome people,
awesome
and very supportive as well. But in the comment section below, let us know what you think of this link, and maybe you've got some ideas of the Freddles, as Dawko said, because we've been wanting to find out who these little guys are, and maybe, just maybe, we've found a reason for them. But if you're on my channel, make sure you go and check out Dawko if you haven't already, because he's a fantastic guy, and not only does he organize amazing stuff for charity, but he makes fucking amazing videos as well.
Same thing to Raz, guys. He's an awesome dude. He makes loads of great theories, but he also does other games as well. So yeah,
I love you. Bye.
Bye.